So I'm here on CodeSignal. This is a problem called largestValuesInTreeRows. So the problem is if you have a binary tree called T, and your task is to find the largest value in each row of the tree, and a row is the set of nodes that have equal depth, basically. So, for example, a row of depth 0 is a tree root. The row with depth 1 is the root's children, etc. Return an array in which the first element is the largest value in the row with depth 0. The second is the largest in row depth 1, etc., etc. And so there's an example here. But effectively, you might have a root that's like -1, which would be obviously the first element. And then the children would be 5 and 7. You'd get the max of that row being 7. And then the bottom one would be just a 1. So I already have a few thoughts about this. So I definitely want to go into traversing the tree, obviously, and I think I want to go with like a what is it called? Something first order, or what is it called? Something order, in order? No, pre-order. I think this is pre-order. Pre because the node comes first. So like you'd put this first, the -1 first, and then the children come after it. So one thing that I've seen before, and I think I want to employ this, so it's recursive. So we will search. So this is a pre-order traversal, meaning we handle current node, then children. So I think I like the idea of like doing some memoization. And to do that, I would have like an array, and then I have to keep track of the level so I need to keep track of the depth. Okay, so I think I might have to create like a helper function here. So it's like helper for that, basically. And what I want is the node. I want the node, the level or depth that it's at, and then an array that this is my memo array, basically. So I'm going to call it memo. Okay. And effectively, I'll just be using this function to call this other function, but in a way that is a bit more conducive to what I'm looking for. So I'm returning this with T, the depth of 0, and an array, which is my memo. This array is going to be like an array of arrays. So I want to first check if memo has the depth already. If it does, that's great. If it doesn't, then I just need to create the array right here. I think that's all I need to do. Okay, and then I do my traversal. So I'm actually going to just bring this down here. And so all I have to do is then append the current node's value. And we're given what the node looks like here. So we have to do memo of the depth. Memo of the depth push the current node.value. And so what I'm eventually going to do is I'm going to have so this thing is going to be an array of arrays, and I need to get the max of that. So I need to like map out the max. Okay, so I need to do another helper function here, and it's going to be given an array. So each array that it gets fed will be a varying length, but it'll be just the children of that. It'll be the nodes on that depth. So how do I do that? So I want to return array.reduce, and I'm going to get the accumulator and these are going to be values, so they won't be nodes. So the math.max of the accumulator versus the value, and then I will just return that. So this will give me, this maps across the max, and so the array of arrays will just return the max of that depth. So that's how that'll work out. Okay, so this is in-order traverse, or sort of pre-order traversal. So now I can do my recursion. So once I have that in place, I can do if node.left, then I can do basically the same call, or I'm just going to call this here. Same call, but the node now is the node.left. The depth is now depth plus 1. And the memo is the memo. And I just do the same thing for the right side. Right, okay. And And what do I return? Anything? Yeah, I want to return. This thing needs to return the memo. I don't guess I need to, but it's fine. Memo. So this will return the array of arrays. Let me see what this looks like without the mapping, though, because I think that's I want to see what that looks like. Error. Something went wrong. Value of null on line 19. Okay. Value of null. Line 19. So null. Oh, the node can be not a thing. The tree might be of size 0, so it might be empty. Oh, okay. What do you want me to return if it's 0? What would I return? I would return an empty array, I guess. So if node is not a thing, return an empty array. Or the memo, I should say. Just being really particular. I should always return memo, right? Okay, there we go. Okay, so that was the test case. Okay, so I was expecting to. It doesn't say that though. It should definitely tell you explicitly, like, if nothing, return an array. Anyway, so let's see what you get here. Okay, so we have. So here's my array of arrays. I have a -1 for the first, which makes that's always going to be 1, the root node. Then I have 5, 7, so I should get the max of that, and that will give me 7. So this looks like it'll work so far. -1. Okay, that should work. Whoa. -1, 7, 1, and 10. Yeah, so I think this would work. So I think the mapping actually works the way I want it to. So I think this is good. .map. Okay, so let's run some stuff. All right, let's submit. Right here, so maybe I should remove that. So that was it for now. Hope that was useful, helpful. Do your like, subscribe stuff if you found this helpful at all, and we'll see you next time. Bye.